Hulk bangs Red She-Hulk. And I know everybody here is interested, so I'm just going to click on this while I take a couple bites, okay?
Dr. Doom separates Bruce Banner and Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk kidnaps Bruce and kills him with a gamma bomb, finally being free of his control.
Oh.
Hulk would then travel the world and go on adventures like swimming in volcanoes, climbing mountains, and battling giant squids. He finds himself in a random bar and buys a bunch of beer. He drinks it and realizes Wolverine was right about beer being good. However, Hulk wonders to himself if he has really found peace. Suddenly, he is punched out the building by Red She-Hulk, who questions him on the whereabouts of Bruce Banner.
Oh.
After a bunch of attacks, the Hulk finally admits that Bruce is dead, and he killed him. The battle rages on as...
Bro, this is always really weird because the Hulk, I did not know this, it's a whole different person from Bruce Banner. Like, it's literally a different persona. It's like a monster inside of him. Like, I thought Bruce Banner controlled the Hulk, but it's not. Like, it's literally just a whole new person.
As Red She-Hulk blames him for abandoning and killing Bruce. However, Hulk doesn't care and proudly boasts about killing Bruce.
Yeah.
So Red She-Hulk mocks him for thinking he's strong because he killed puny Banner. Hulk says he didn't feel anything and strikes her away. She then grabs a gasoline truck and throws the entire thing on Hulk. Meanwhile, the villain, the Orb, is robbing a bank. However, he's not stealing money. He's taking away people's eyeballs. When the Orb and his henchmen walk out,
How? Wait, I need it. Why do how?
thing on Hulk. Meanwhile, the villain, the Orb, is robbing a bank. However, he's not stealing money. He's taking away people's eyeballs.
Why did he go to the bank? I feel like you should have just went to like a optometrist.
When the Orb and his henchmen walk out, Orb witnesses the fight and immediately vows to steal both Hulk's eyes as trophies. He approaches them and fires at them. The Hulks stop fighting and decide to team up on the Orb until he lays face down on the floor. Red She-Hulk asks the Hulk,
Imagine you try to take the Hulk's eyeballs and then you're met with two Hulks beating your ass. Like, brother, you already lost.
if he really did kill Bruce, but he says he isn't sure. She then grabs his face and they share a heartfelt kiss. Red She-Hulk begins to tear her clothes off as the Orb watches in horror. After a few hours,
Watches in horror?
they lay
Are we sure?
together as the Hulk realizes he's finally found peace. However,
Excuse me?
the post-nut clarity transforms him back to Bruce Banner, and he celebrates banging his wife.
I need to rewatch that video. I need to. God, what the fuck? What? There. Did I just watch M. Night Shyamalan movie? Like, what? Like, there is no linear storytelling. Like, what happened? Okay, what happened? Let me just. Okay.
She then grabs his face and they share a heartfelt kiss.
What? Wait, why?
And decide to team up on the Orb until he lays face down on the floor. Red She-Hulk
Look at me. No, look me in the eye.
asks the Hulk if he really did kill Bruce,
Okay.
but he says he isn't sure.
Okay.
She then grabs his face and they share a heartfelt kiss.
Okay.
Red She-Hulk begins to tear her clothes off
Yeah.
as the Orb watches in horror.
Okay.
After a few hours, they lay together as the Hulk realizes he's finally found peace. However, the post-nut clarity transforms him back to Bruce Banner,
You hate being alone? Well, don't worry, old friend.
and he celebrates.
You'll never be alone again. Wait, what's going on with... I'm so confused. Yo, is it me?
After Dr. Doom, they lay together as the Hulk realizes he's finally found peace. However, the post-nut clarity transforms him back to Bruce Banner, and he
Like, wait, doesn't this look like he killed She-Hulk? And he celebrates banging his wife? I don't get it! Doesn't it look like he killed She-Hulk? And why is her arms like that? Like, what the fuck is going on with her arms? I'm so confused. I'm so fucking confused. Okay.
celebrates banging his wife.
Okay.
After
It's Comic Fi has got to be some of the funniest like things on there. I'm not gonna lie. Comic Fi, are they serious or are they trolling? Like, I can never tell. Spider-Man's best day. Reed Richards humbles Dr. Doom in chess. Oh, fuck it. Let's just see this one. Batman be doing anything but killing? Yeah, this shit actually happens in comics. Are you for real? For real? Let me see this.
After the Joker was arrested for poisoning people with stamps laced with Joker venom, his lawyer suggests they go for an insanity plea. The trial begins as the lawyer convinces the jury that Joker is mentally unstable, arguing that this is not the face of sanity. However, the judge finds the Joker competent enough to take the stand. Bruce watches the news and isn't convinced that Joker is guilty as he visits Gordon and tells him about it. The Joker takes the stand.
Really? He doesn't think that the Joker... Bruce doesn't think that the Joker is guilty?
And claims he's innocent of the stamp poisoning charges. But when the DA asks if he's aware of how clever the stamp crimes were, he gets offended and lists every crime he committed in his life, calling himself the Einstein of crime, and insists that the one responsible for the stamp poisonings is an amateur. The DA walks away satisfied that her plan worked, while Joker's lawyer convinces the judge that Joker's past crimes are irrelevant to this case. As the jury prepares to deliver the verdict, the Joker sits confidently believing he is innocent, only to be found guilty on all accounts and sentenced to death.
Is the Joker stupid, dog?
Snaps and starts hitting everyone in the room, screaming that he is not guilty. He is thrown into prison where Batman visits him, asking if he is truly innocent, and Joker tells him that's for him to find out. When he's transferred to death row, he's swarmed by a crowd of reporters, and he realizes that he became the face of media and center of attention. So he tells his lawyer he doesn't want any appeals. He just wants the electric chair before the public loses interest and threatens to sue the city for millions of dollars if they delay his execution.
Okay.
They shave his head to prepare him for execution, and Batman visits him again, asking for help to find the real killer. But Joker tells him to go away. The next day, they ask him about his last meal, and he requests...
Don't tell me Batman comes in, swoops in, and saves the fucking Joker, bro. Don't tell me. He literally just admitted to doing crimes that were way worse, bro. Like, why is this guy not death sentenced already?
Queso's midnight snack. Before the execution, he spends hours confessing his sins to a priest, leaving him scared shitless. When the moment finally arrives, the Joker smiles, imagining the millions who will be watching his death. But when the warden informs him that the execution won't be televised, he crashes out and starts attacking the guards.
Fair.
But they manage to restrain him and strap him into the chair. Suddenly, they get a call
A bunch of guards restrain Joker, but Batman could never.
from the governor, telling them to stop the execution because Batman has caught the real killer and the Joker is transferred to Arkham Asylum
No,
instead.
not giggity giggity.
Batman visits him one last time and tells him that every breath he takes now is thanks to him, not knowing that Joker will break out in a few days and every death will be on him. After the Joker...
If this isn't the truest shit on planet Earth, bro. If this isn't the truest true to ever true.
Asylum instead. Batman visits him one last time and tells him that every breath he takes now is thanks to him, not knowing that Joker will break out in a few days and every death will be on him. After the...
Batman, come on, bro. Crime is about to be dropped by 20,000%. Batman, no. Batman, let the law handle it. Also, Batman, how about we don't? Oh, fuck Batman, bro. No, Batman is so troll. Dog, these are some of the funniest things. I'm not gonna lie. These videos are hilarious, bro. There's no way on earth that the comics are actually doing this, right? Like, dude, these comics, what are these heroes doing? You could even make an argument that these are not heroes, bro. Like, they only exist to have fun. It's like the heroes only want villains so that they can feel like they're a hero. But if without the villain, there's nothing. Like, they don't want pure goodness or like peace in the world. They just want someone to fight. They really just wanted someone to fight, bro. Saves the bad guy and kills everyone else. Yeah, like whoever falls to the Joker later in life, like that's on Batman. Like 100% that's on Batman, yo. Alfred is the Joker. Okay, let's just watch.
After the death of Batman,
let's watch one more.
And many heroes and villains attend his funeral and tell stories of how they met Batman and what he meant to them. The goat Alfred then steps up and begins telling the story of how Batman really died. Alfred was a successful actor and enjoyed the fame until one day he's informed of his father's death and gets told it's time for him to look after the Waynes and take over the family duties. When Bruce's parents were killed, he began training to be Batman, and for a time he was happy and fulfilled. However, he began spiraling into depression, so Alfred decided to hire his old acting friends to create roles that would give Bruce's life more meaning.
See? What did I just say? What did I just say? Like they all exist for each other, but they're not real.
This initially seemed to help, but ultimately wasn't enough. Desperate, Alfred put on some makeup, a green wig, and a giant smile, turning into the Joker. This was amazing for Bruce and kept him interested and happy. But this ruse didn't last long, as Bruce found Alfred's makeup and wig, to which Alfred said he planned to go trick-or-treating. But Bruce reminds him it's literally June. Bruce loses it and asks why he did it, realizing that everything was a lie. Like me when I found out I was adopted. Bruce says it doesn't matter if everything is fake. He is still Batman, and he will fight. Alfred tries to explain to Bruce that he doesn't have to keep fighting, and he should get therapy. But the bat signal is turned on, interrupting their conversation as Batman leaves because he is needed. He arrives to the Gotham Zoo to find Alfred's friend Eddie, aka the Riddler, holding some children hostage. Bruce tells him he knows about the game, and it's over. But Eddie points a gun at him and says he is still the Riddler. Batman manages to get Eddie to calm.
So you're telling me these guys are method actors? Like they can't give up the role. In fact, this is Batman's fault for not being able to just live with the fact that he doesn't need to be Batman.
Calm down, and he begins handing Bruce the gun before accidentally firing it and killing Batman on the spot. Alfred struggles to compose himself and storms off while the other people attending the funeral.
Why did he give him a real gun? Alfred, why did you give him a real gun, bro?
Think he's lying since it's impossible that Bruce Wayne is Batman. After the death of Batman,
this can't be serious, bro. You know what's crazy? I actually think every single one of these videos is real because they have the comics to prove it, right? But there's no way, bro. Not enough Alfred the fucking GOAT. You're telling me Alfred brought together all his friends just to make little old Bruce feel like a superhero? There is no way, bro. There's no way. If that is who Batman is canonically, like we're so cooked, right? I'm not gonna lie. If that's literally just who he is canonically, we might actually be cooked, bro. Jackie Chan the puppy interview.